Good morning everyone. Today we are going to do the trend. That will be the most complicated model we have ever made inside Blender. First things, press N to turn on the right side toolbars and go to Shapecard Viewer, turn on Shapecard Viewer so you can see your operations. Then go to Edit, Preference, and go to the add-on, search Bool Tools, and make sure you have checked this one. We are going to use this one to do our model. Okay, so for now, let's do the things we have done for many times. Delete this cube first, and then go to the front view, press Shift A, choose Image Reference, and find the reference image which you put. And usually I will put all of them in the same folder. Once you import the image, press S and 3, enlarge its image. And also, you have to align this blue line with the blue line inside our model. Press G and X, move this image to align with this blue line. And also, you can change the opacity right here. Let's change this one to 0.5. Okay, let's do the same thing for the right side. Press 3, go to the right side, Shift A again, image reference, import the trend to reference image, press S and 3, enlarge this one, press G and Y, move this trend, be aligned with the blue line, and go to here, image, choose opacity, decrease the opacity, now it's pretty much down. Okay, so for the following part, we are going to create a default cube. And we are going to use this default cube to modify this one and create a trend. Let's press Shift A, go to Mesh, Cube. And it's better for you to use in wireframe mode. So let's go to the wireframe mode. Okay? Go to the wireframe mode, press S, enlarge this one, and press Tab, go to vertex mode, move the vertex to the right position, press G and Y, just using our reference image and make our cube fit with our reference image. Press G, GZ, move this one up, GZ, move this one up. Go to the front view, and GZ, move this two down. And we have to scale down this side. So press S and X, make this part smaller. Press S and X, enlarge this part. Okay, I think it's pretty much down. So we can just leave this one like this. But actually, we just need this side. We don't need another side. Because for the other side, we can use a mirror modifier to do that. So how can we do that? Let's go to the loop cut tool, or just using Ctrl R to cut the edge in the middle. Let's just press ESC to leave the cutting edge in the middle. Make sure you have cut everything. Okay, for now I think it looks good. So go to the face mode, front view, select the face right here, and press your delete key, choose faces. Now we have deleted the left side. Press Tab, go back to the object mode. Go to the modifier. Now we are going to use a modifier. So let's choose mirror. And for the default setting, the mirror we are using the default point, the original point as the mirror point, and then using X as the default as the mirror axis. So now it has mirror this side to the other side. Cool. So now let's do some modification. No matter what kind of modification you did on the right side, you will do the same things on the left side. Let's take a look. Go to tab mode, choose an edge, and we can choose this one as well. Hold on your shift key and you can do the multiple selections. Okay, so now let's press Ctrl B. As far as you can see, when we working on the right side, it both do the same things on the left side. And we can hold on your middle mouse key to increase the sections. I think probably 4 or 3 will be quite enough. Okay, once you finish, just click. It looks good. But for now, I think the middle part is supposed to be higher. So let's go to the front view, go to the vertex mode, select the vertex in the middle, press G and Z, move these things up. For the other two sides as well, press G and Z, move them up. Okay, so now it's very precise. Let's start to do the detail. The things I want to do first is about the window. Let's press Tab, go to the object mode. In order to make the window, we have to create a cube and use the cube to cut off the trend so that we can make a hole for windows. So let's do this. Press Shift A, Mesh, Cube. Go to the side view, press your 3 button on the number pad. Press S to smaller the cube. Press G, move this one here. Smaller, press S, and press G and Z, move this one up. G and Y, move this one forward. Okay, it's pretty much finished. But I want to do this thing, do both two windows in the same time. So let's press Shift D to copy one more cube. Press ESC, leave this cube here, and press G, Y, move the other window to the other side. Okay, now let's select both of these two cubes. Make sure you have selected them. Unfortunately, I just accidentally selected the two reference images. So let's deselect them. Hold on your Control key and using your left mouse button to deselect them. Press G and X. Press G and X to move these two cubes out of the trend. Okay, now press Ctrl J, combine them together. Let's go to Edit mode. Let's give this cube some round corner. Let's go to Tab, choose Edge. Hold on your Shift key so that you can do the multi-selections. And press Ctrl and B. Do the round corner. If you want more, you can just use your middle mouse button to increase. Once you finish, let's click. Okay, I think this one looks good. So if you finish, let's jump out the edit mode. So now it's time to do the boolean using the cube to cut off the trend. How can we do that? Let's choose the cube first, and then hold on your Shift key to select the trend. Press Ctrl and minus T on your number pad. So as far as you can see, now we have using the cube to cut off the trend. However, it just makes a hole, not a window, not a go-through hole on the surface. Because for now, the trend is still a solid object. It's a solid geometry. Let's go to the shading mode, and you can see that. I will change this one, and make the solid view, the shaded view, not transparent. Just uncheck this one. As far as you can see, that's not the things we want. Because for now, this trend is still a solid object. We have to make this one become a hollow object with some thickness on the surface. How can we do that? Choosing the trend, go to modifier, and choosing solidify. But for now, it doesn't have any change because for the modifier, it has its own order. Just like a multiple filter, you have to do the first one and then do the second one. Otherwise, once the sequence is different, the result will be different. So, the first thing we do is to mirror this object to the other side. And the second thing we do is supposed to make this one become a hollow object so that we can do the boolean. So let's click this one, move this one up to the second position. And now, as far as you can see, it has some thickness. And if you want, you can make this one more, probably more thick. So let's make this one maybe into 0.05. Maybe too much. Maybe 0.025. Okay, it looks good. So it's pretty much done. let's leave this one like this, and then let's create, or if you want, you can just apply this one. But for now, I just want to leave this one like this. Let's go back to wireframe mode. Press 3, go to the side view, and let's create the window first. Let's press Shift A, Mesh, and press create a cube again. Press S to smaller the cube, and press G and Y. Move this one more or less to the window. It doesn't have to be very precise. And then go to the tab mode, vertex mode. To move this vertex up, press G and Z, move them up. G, Z again, move them down. And don't make these two vertex too close to this edge. You will create some problem if you make this thing too close to the edge. So that's G, Z, probably something like this, it will be fine. Alright, so for now, let's go to the edge mode, select these two edge. I want to have a round corner, so let's press Ctrl and B, create a round corner. Once you finish, press tab again, go to the object mode, press G, X, move this one to the side. And now we are going to use this one to cut off a hole on the surface. But meanwhile, we also need this one to create a door. So let's press Shift D, copy this one, leave this one just here, and then select the box first, and then select the train second. Press Ctrl and minus. Now we have created holes on your train. Cool. So let's choose in this box the scene we are going to use as a door. Press S and X, SX, to flatten this one. Make this one looks like a door. Okay? And then let's do some detail. Let's do the detail first, and then we can copy this one to the other side. So how can we do that? First things, we need to cut off a line in the middle. But for now, I think probably it will be the geometry is too complicated. So if we just press tab, go to the edit mode, edge mode, and if you want to use in the loop cut tool, probably it cannot do the entire cut. So we have to cut on the up part, and then cut in the bottom part first, and using the knife tool to connect the middle. Okay? So we cut this side, and also we cut this side, and then go to vertex mode, using the knife tool, select this one, and then select this one. Once you finish, press enter. Let's do that again. Select this one, and select this one. Once you finish, press enter, it will be done. Sorry for that, because I just misunderstanding of the position, so I create this kind of weird stuff. Let's undo this and jump out this editing mode, and we can use in one way to solve this problem. Let's press slash on your keyboard, and now you can hide all the other things, just leave the door. Let's press tab again. For now it will be easier for you to cut, so let's choose this one and choose this one as well. Press enter. Now we have created the middle line. So let's choose in the middle line, choose in the edge mode, and hold on your shift and auto key on your keyboard. You can select the ring, press Ctrl B, and you can do the bevel. I don't need that much section, so I probably just leave one using your middle mouse button to scroll down, and it's just a gap between these two doors, so it doesn't have to be too thick. So I think for now it's fine. Select. Once you finish, just click, it will be done. And then press your right mouse button and do the extrusion. And this time, the extrusion I want to do is extrude normal face. So we have to go back to the face mode and right click, extrude the faces along normals. And as far as you can see, now we can extrude. On this side probably it's not that well clear because probably we have deformed this one. So let's press S and X to smaller the X direction. Okay, now it's pretty much finished. Press Tab to jump out this one, and press your slash to call out everything. Go to the side view. Now we are going to open up a new two little window on the doors. It's pretty much the same, so I just do the same thing. Press Shift A to create a new cube, and press S to smaller the cube. And you can press G, move the cube to the position 1. Okay, and if you think it's too complicated to check, I will just select the cube and the door, not the trunk, just the door and the cube, and press slash. Isolate these two objects. Move this door, move this cube, press G and X, move this one to the door. Okay, and now go to the side view. Make sure it was in the middle. It looks okay. And if you want to make this model become super precise, of course we can use a mirror tool or another another tool to do the mirror. But for now I think it doesn't matter, so I will just do that manually. So let's move this one, G, Y, adjust the positions. And for the other side I will do the same thing, Shift D, press ESC, leave the cube in the same position, press G, Y, and move this box to the right side. Once you finish, select these two cubes, press Ctrl J, join them together. Press Tab, go to the Edit mode, choose the edge. Press Ctrl B and increase the sections. Once you finish, press Tab to jump out. So for now I think it's pretty much finished. So let's just select these two cubes, hold on your Shift key to select the door, Control and minus, and it will be done. If you want to leave, well, if you want to leave a glass window or something, for sure we can do that as well. Let's Control D again. Let's Shift D again. Sorry for that. Shift D. Copy a window, and you can press S and X to flatten this window. Maybe more. And now let's do that again. Select the cube, select the door, Control and minus. So now we have created this window. And I want to just apply the result. So we can go to here, the modifier, check this one, apply, and it will be done. For now you cannot change the position and the position and the shape of the cube anymore. So let's delete the reference cube. It doesn't matter. And now we have the window inside, and also we have the door. Okay, so let's press slash to call out everything. It's pretty much finished, so I think for now actually I can apply this modifier. So let's select the trunks. For solidify and also for these two modifiers, I want to apply them. So let's press apply and apply. So basically we have applied both the door and the window. But for now there is something weird stuff, because if we go back to the solid mode, let's take a look, it becomes something like this. It's because if you remember, there's a sequence inside the modifier. You have to do the solidify first. Otherwise, if you do the boolean first, it will become things like that. So I have to undo that. If I want to do the modifier, if I want to apply the modifier, I have to apply all of them. So let's do this, okay? First thing is, I want to combine the glass and the door. So let's press Ctrl and J and go to the front view, switch to the wireframe mode right here, press R and rotate, make this one fit with our car. It doesn't have to be very precise, more or less. Okay, press R again, and press G, X. Okay, it's pretty much done. And now we can apply everything. So let's select the trunk. And if you want to apply everything in one time, just go to Object, Convert, Mesh, and it will apply everything in the same time. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's go to the solid mode. Unfortunately, for the other side, it seems doesn't work. Sometimes Blender will happen this kind of error. So, but it's okay. Let's just go to the front view and go to the wireframe mode. Go to the edit mode. Let's choose the faces. Choose the left side faces. Just delete all of them. And then press tab again. Go to the modifier, mirror, redo the mirror, and it will be fine. Okay, so now we have the mirror, then apply again, and it will be done. For this window, for the door and window, I think we can do the detail later. Let's mirror this door first. Go to the front view. For now, as far as you can see, the center of the window of the door was in the geometry center. We have to move the center to the position, the 0 point. So let's press Ctrl A, apply O transform, and Shift D, press ESC, leave the door in the same position, go to items, and -1 in the X directions. We have so that we can finish the operations. Or if you want, if you think it's not good enough, you still can use in modifier. Let's take a look of the solid mode. So far, so good. Probably the position is a little bit weird, but I think it's fairly okay. But if you don't like that one, we still can do some adjustment. Let's go to the wireframe mode and rotate more. R, Y. Okay, and for the other side, I just delete them, and maybe this time just using the mirror tools. Okay, so that no matter what kind of things we've done here, it will automatically mirror to the other side. Alright, so same things, I want to do some detail for this model. How can we do that? Let's press 3, go to the side view. Now we have to create this kind of details and also a window frame for this window. So it's very easy. Let's just do this in a very quick way. Press Shift A, Mesh, Cube, create a cube. Smaller this one. Press G, move the cube to here. Press S again, smaller, and press S and Y, enlarge it in the Y direction. And press G and Y, G and Y, S and Y, enlarge this one again, and press Tab, go to Edit mode, choose Edge, choose all the edge, press Ctrl B. For now, it was distortion because we just scale up this one. So before we go to Tab, we have to press Ctrl A, apply O transform. Press Tab again, go to Edge mode, press Ctrl B, and do the edge. We don't need that much edge, so I will use scroll down to decrease the number of the sections. I think for now it looks okay. Once you finish, press Tab to jump out, and move this one to the side. For now, the center was in a weird position, so let's go to Object, set Origin to Geometry. So you will put the center point in the center of the geometries. Let's go to the solid mode and take a look about the positions. So probably this one will be fine. Go to the side view, wireframe mode again, and press Shift D, ESC to cancel the movement, and then move this one down. Again, Shift D, ESC, leave the object in the same position, and move this one down. We can select all of them, hold on your Shift key to do multiple selection, and Ctrl J, combine them together. Okay, and for the other side, we can do the same thing, just Shift D, ESC, leave the duplicated object in the same position, and move this one to the other side. Okay, just like this. So let's press Ctrl J, combine all of them. And also we need some window frame. So let's go to edit mode for this trend. Press tab, face, choose the face. Actually we can try to using Shift and Auto to do the range selection, but unfortunately this one doesn't work. So let's just select all of them, okay? And then hold on your Control key to do the deselections. Okay, so it's pretty much done. Do the same things on the other side here, and then hold on your Control key to do the deselections. Once you finish, you can press Shift D. I want to copy these faces. Press Shift D to copy, and press ESC to leave the copy object in the same positions. And now I need to separate these copy faces. How can we do that? Press P, and you can see that there's a little panel named Separate, and you can choose Separate Selections. So now the things you select become a different object. Let's jump out to the object mode, and now we can select these two things. So let's go to the Solidify modifiers. We can add on some thickness for this one. So I will increase more, and also probably for the, maybe not this one. And I think probably we need this part. Move this one out of the geometry. So let's go to the object, set origin, and move this one out of the geometries. Okay, and you can play around with all these parameters as well. And also you can try to use in scale in the X direction, but usually we will make this one decline, so I don't like that one. Maybe just play around with this one would be better. Press 0.05 and go to the solid mode. Check the result. If this one is okay for you, I think you can just leave this one like this. Then using apply, and make this center point, the center point to the original point, 0 point. Ctrl A, freeze all the transformations, and do the same thing. Shift D, copy. ESC, leave the object in the same position, -1 in the X directions. So now it's pretty much done. Alright, so for this one as well, Ctrl A, and then Shift D, and -1. So now as far as you can see, we have finished the facade of the trunk. So next part, let's do the wheels. Okay, let's go to the side view 3, press Shift, press 3 on the number pad, and press Shift A and create one new cylinder. We can rotate this one in, I think it's supposed to be in Y direction, R and Y, and type in number 90. Move this one down, scale down, move forward. Okay, go to the front view, press 1, and S and X directions. Move this one here in the right positions. Okay, so we can create more detail for this one, but before that we have to freeze all the transformation. For now the scale is pretty messy. Press A, apply all transformation. Set this one back to the original setting. And now let's do the detail. Alright, go to tab mode, choose edge, and choosing Ctrl R, increase more. And then I want to select the faces. Maybe let's choose in, maybe more, probably we need more. Let's undo this one, Ctrl R again, increase more. Okay, maybe just like this, will be fine. and then go to face mode, select the faces, hold on your shift and auto key, select the ring, or if you cannot select the ring, just go to the front view, go to the wireframe mode, and select all the face. Once you finish, press E, or just using extrude along normal faces, and you can extrude along to the center positions. Alright, it's pretty much done. So let's just do one more thing. Let's do the same thing for this side and the other side. So let's press E and press S for smaller, and then press E again, or using right click on the faces, extrude along normal faces, and extrude into the center. Now it's pretty much done. Let's go to the edge mode, select everything, or you can just using Shift and Auto key to select the border. Probably it will be better because we don't need that much bevel front corner. So select the border. Let's go to the solid mode. That will be easier for you to see. Let's choose in this one, and also this one as well. And press Ctrl and R, or Ctrl and B, Ctrl and B to bevel the corner. Now you get the things I want. We have these wheel. Press Tab, jump out this one, and then side view. Press 3, go to the side view, and let's press Shift D. Copy this one, and move this one back. Alright, and we can join these two things together. It will be better. And then let's copy this one. Shift D again, and type in -1 so that we can mirror this wheel to the other side. It's pretty much done. So next things, we have to create some let's say probably there's some mechanical stuff on the button. It's very simple. Let's just do the things again, or you can just do the things right directly in the facing right here, but I prefer to do this one in a separate object. So let's press Shift A, create the cube, smaller this one, moving this one down, move this one to the right positions, and scale down again in the Z directions. Tab, select the faces, press E and S for extrusion, E and Z again for extrusion. For now it's pretty much done. Let's press Ctrl and B, give this one some bevel. But unfortunately, because we just do some transformations, so before we do the bevel, we have to freeze the transformation. So let's undo this one. Press ESC to cancel the operation. Go to the object mode, Ctrl A, apply all transformation. Go to edit mode and press Ctrl B again to do the bevel. Now you get the things we want. Go to the side view, check out the result. Fairly okay. And for now, the things we are going to do is the top part and the front view. Let's take a look of the front view in the wireframe mode. Basically, for the head trend, we have the door, we have the headlight, and also we have three headlights, and we have two windows and one window in the front, and also we have this kind of detail. Let's finish this kind of detail first, and then we will copy this one as the other two trunks, and for the first one it will be the head trunk. So let's do this. Okay, let's do this one first. First things, we have to select the edge right here. Let's go to the tab mode, choosing the edge, go to the front view, select the edge first. Unfortunately for now, we didn't go into this one because we didn't select the right one. Do that again, go to here, make sure we can select them. So let's select the edge right here. This one, hold on your shift key to do the multiple selection. Don't select all the things using the drag, otherwise you will select the inner edge, and I don't want to use the inner edge. Or If you want, you can do that as well. Let's choose them. Because of the inner edge, actually we won't see that. But if you want, we can do the bevel inside the geometry. It could be work as well. So let's select both of the edge and press Ctrl B and do the bevel. Make this part become a round corner. Okay, once you finish, just click. So for now it looks good. And let's do the upper part first. Again, let's do the same thing. Go to the side view, press Shift A. Let's jump out the geometry first and press Shift A to create a new cube. And move this one up. Flatten this one, press S and Z. Flatten this one. Move this one down. And press S and Y. Enlarge this one. Okay, so for now we have to cut off this edge. We have to cut this edge. How can we do that? Before we do that, we have to press Ctrl A, freeze, apply O transform, and then press Tab, go to the edit mode, press Ctrl and R under the edge selection mode, increase maybe into 4 sections, click, don't drag, just leave the edge in the same position, press ESC, leave them in the same positions, and press Ctrl B again to do the bevel. We don't need that much section, so let's scroll down to create the section, and then press right mouse button under the face mode, go to extrusion along normals, extrusion to the middle. Alright, it's pretty much done. So let's go to the front view to check the result. Unfortunately, it's supposed to like a T shape. So let's go to the vertex mode, select the upper part vertex, small down this part, and scale up the bottom part. Okay, so I think it's a little bit weird because unfortunately we do the wrong things. Let's undo that again, go to the front view, let's do the S, X, and do the S and X in the X direction, and let's take a look of the result. Okay, so for now this time it's right. Okay, so if you want, we can still add some round corner for this one, but it will increase a lot of faces, but the result will be better. So let's go to the edge mode, hold on your Shift and Auto key, select the edge, and Control B. Sorry, I think we don't need to select the bottom part. Let's undo this one. Hold on your Control key to deselect the bottom part. Control B again. And increase more. Click to finish. Alright, so now we have finished the basic trunk. So now we have to copy 2 trunks. The first one is the head, the second one is the tail. And we don't need the side view anymore, I think. Or you can leave this one as well. Let's select the model first, deselect all the other things. Hold on your Control key to deselect, and press P. Or Control P to set parent to the object, or you can just using M to move the trunk to a new collection. I prefer to use M to move them to a new collection. And make sure for now you're under the same view so that you can see the collections. Okay? So for now we have created a new collection right here. Object. And we can select all of them. Let's do the parent, okay? I'm sorry for that, but let's do the parent will be better. So I will using the trunk as a major parent. So I will select all of them, deselect the trunk and also the image, and then finally select the trunks again, press Ctrl P, set parent to the object. So now when you move the trunk, All the other thing will follow. We don't need the light for now, so I will delete this one. Alright, so let's select everything and copy another trunk to the right side. And for this one, we are going to use in this one as the tails trunk. For this one, we are going to use this one as the head trunk. Let's do the head first. It will be more complicated, so let's do this one first. And I'd like to hide this one. Just press H to hide this one. Okay, so let's do the head trunk first. Press 1. Press 1, go to the front view. As far as you can see, there is a door in the middle and 2 windows on both sides and 3 lights on the head. So let's do this in the step by step. First thing, I think we can do the lighting first. Let's press Shift A, create a cube, scale down and scale up in the X direction. Move this one here. Maybe we have to scale down again. Alright, once you finish, press Ctrl and A, apply all transformations. And let's move this one to the front view. Go through the lighting, and you can take a reference, our reference image as an example. So maybe move from this one here. And now let's press Tab, go to Edge Mode, select these 4 edges, press Ctrl and B, bevel the corner. Okay, so now let's go to face mode, choosing the front face, press E for extrusion, press S for scale down. Let's do that again, press E for extrusion inside the object. Alright, so now we have the wireframe, the out frames of the window. Press Tab to jump out. And now let's go to the front view again. Press Shift A, create a new cylinder, scale down. Move down and rotate in 90 degrees in X directions. Move this one here. Scale down more. And Shift D again. Move this one and scale down. Alright, so it's pretty much finished, but we have to move this one to the front view. For sure you can add on more detail, but I think for now it looks okay, so I will just select both of them and press Ctrl and J, and it will be done. And we can copy this one to the other side, so press Shift D and go to here, press -1, so you can copy this side to the other side. Now let's do the headlight. That's the same thing, so I will just do that in a very quick way. Shift A, Mesh, Cube, scale down, press S, move this one up, scale down again, and press S and X. Press Ctrl A to apply all transforms, and then go to tab mode, select the edge, Ctrl B to apply the corner, and go to the face mode, choosing the front face, E for extrusion, S for smaller, for scale down, E for extrusion, extrude inside. Press Tab to jump out of the object mode, and then move forward. Go to the front view, create the light again, press Shift A, create a new cylinder, scale down, move up, GZ, move up, and RX 90, rotate this one into the right positions. And for this one, I want to use the mirror tool, so we can do a very precise way. So Ctrl A, freeze all the transform, Shift D to copy, and then -1, down. So select all of them, press Ctrl J, join them together. Unfortunately, I didn't move the light to the right position, but we still can do that through edit mode. Press edit, press tab, go to the edit mode, select the light, press G and Y, move them forward, and it will be done. Press tab to jump out. Okay, so now we only leave the door, and basically it's just like what we did before. We can do these things in the same way. Press Shift A, create a cube, scale down, move forward, go to the front view, move this one right here, and you can press S and Z, scale up, move down, press tab, choosing edge, press Ctrl B for bevel, create a round corner, go to the front view, choosing faces. Sorry, for now we don't need to do the faces, we can do that later. So let's jump out, and we can apply the transformation, move the center point to a 0 point, and Shift D again, -1, copy this one to the other side, Ctrl J, join these two objects, make these two objects become one, and hold on this, choose these two cube, and Shift the key to select the trunk, and Control and minus so that we can cut off this two, and then go to here, modifier, apply the modifier. Okay, so now let's create the window frame. Delete the cube and go to the faces, choose the truck first, select this one, tab, and choose the faces, and go to the position which is easier for you to do the selection. Deselect all the other things. It's really hard to select, so let's try Shift and Auto key. Okay, it works. And let's do that same things right here. Probably there's something weird stuff happen. Let's switch to the shady solid mode. It doesn't help us to create a hole. I think maybe it's because when we are working on the cutting, there's something wrong, but that's okay. Let's finish this part first. Select the face first, press Shift D to copy, ESC, leave the face in the same positions, and then press P to separate. Go to the object mode using the face and go to the solidify tools. And now we can make this one. Sorry for that. I think we're choosing the wrong thing. Let's undo this one. The things we want to do is this one. Okay, so let's choose in the window frame and go to the solidify tools, increase, and once you finish, apply. And if the thickness is not enough, let's go enlarge this one in the Y directions. Go to Object, Set Origins, and Origin to Geometries. Enlarge this one in the Y directions. Okay, once you finish, call out all the other things. Let's press slash to call out all the other things. If it doesn't work, that's because when we are using hiding, we use edge. We use Ctrl Edge to hide the object. So now we need to use Auto and Edge to call this object back. Okay, so for the other side, we can do that later using the mirror tool to do the same things. So let's do the door first. Go to the front view, go to the wireframe mode, and again, create a new cube, Shift A, create a new cube, scale down, and scale up in the Z directions, and maybe move up a little bit to these positions, and then Ctrl A, apply all transform. Move this one to the front view, to go out to the trunk, and then tab, go to the edit mode, choose the edge, Ctrl B for bevel, create this shape first, and then go to the press tab again to jump out the edit mode, press S and Y, S and Y to flatten this door. Okay, and press Shift D to copy one. One will be door, one will be the one which we use for to cut off the trunk. So let's copy two doors, and select the first one. It's a little bit hard to select, so select the first one. As far as you can see, there's a little orange edge on the border. Select the car first, second, then press Ctrl and minus. Now we have cut off the holes on this car, and now I have to scale down this door in the Y direction. So let's press S and Y. Scale down more. Okay, maybe just like this, it will be fine. So once you finish, again, select the trunk and choosing apply. For now, it looks okay, but we need to create a window frame. So let's do the same things. Select the trunk right here, and you can press slash to turn off all the other things. And the things I want to do for now, I want to do the window frame first, and the door frame first, and then fix this part. So let's go to tab mode, select the face of the window frame, of the door frame. Hold on your shift key, let's do the selection manually. Alright, and then shift D to copy the window frame. ESC, leave the object in the same position. Press P to do the separate selections. Now it becomes two separate objects. Let's jump out of the edit mode, go to the object mode, select this one, and using solidify, increase more, maybe like this, and also we can increase the size in the Y direction. But for now, the center point was in the 0 point, so we have to change that. Go to object, set origin to geometries, and maybe this one, type in 2.1, or maybe more. Maybe 5, okay, 5 will be fine. Alright, so pretty much done. Move forward and apply. It will be finished. So now let's delete the other side and fix all the other things. Press 1 to the front view. Press tab, go to the front view, and select all the faces right here, and choosing delete faces. And now jump to the object mode, press tab, and then go to modifier and using mirror tools. Now it's pretty much done, and let's just apply. It will be done. Let's call out everything. Just press slash on your keyboard. And let's turn on, go to the shading mode, take a look of the result. So far so good, but we missed this part. We have to create one more thing. Let's go to the side view and create this one. It's very simple. It's just using Shift A, create the cube, move forward, scale down, move down, and then let's go to the perspective view. In my understanding, the shape supposed to look like this, and we can do the operation in the same time. So let's do the extrusion, press E, or using the extrusion along normals, let's just press extrusion, and let's do that again, extrusion, and choose these two faces, press E for extrusion. It's pretty much done. So let's just choose in the border. Go to the edge selection mode, hold on your shift and auto key to do the selections. Okay, and then press Ctrl, I forget this one as well. Once you finish, for the inner part, maybe we can do that as well. Let's do it. Select these two. Alright. Okay. Now let's do the bevel. Control B for bevel. Once you finish, press tab, jump to the object mode, and move this one inside. And it's pretty much done. Just like this. So here is the head trunk. So let's select everything. Actually, I think we have already make a parent relationship, but let's do that again. Okay, select all of them. I don't need to select the reference image, and deselect the last one. Basically, it will be the trunk, and then reselect this one again. Press Ctrl P, set parent to object, and now I think we can move this one in the same time. Alright, so that's the trunk. And also, I think for now we don't need these two reference image anymore. I will delete them. Okay, and also this locate box, we can delete them as well. Take a look of this one. Probably we can also delete this one as well. Alright, so here's the head trunks. So now let's take a look of this one, the tail trunk. Basically, the major difference is this part. Only difference is this part. For the others, there's no difference. And we can do that in a very easy way. First thing is go to the side view. Let's import the reference image of the side trunk. Press Shift A and go to image reference, and it will be Trend 4. It's right here. So let's press S and 3. That's the front view, but actually it's useless. The things we need is side view. Let's do that again. Shift A, image, reference, go to the side view, the Trend 3, and press S and 3, enlarge this one, and take a look. Use this one as reference. So as far as you can see, we just need to add on one thing and it will be done. How can we do that? Very easy. Right here, we can move this trunk forward because right now it's already finished. So we can move this one back more close to the center point. Just manually, it doesn't have to be very precise. And press Shift A, create a mesh cube, and move this one forward. And how can we make things like this kind of connecting material? Let's just do this using press S, smaller, scale down this cube, and let's press S, scale up, make this cube more or less looks like this connected part. Scale up, and then scale down in the Y directions. Okay, move this one here. Press Ctrl A to apply all transform. Now let's go to edit mode, press Tab, and press Ctrl R. Use your middle mouse button to increase the sections. Okay, and we don't have to move them, so let's just press ESC. So let's do the selection again. Let's just hold on your Shift and Alt key to do the selections. Once you finish, we can do the press S for scale so that you can get the shape you want. But if you take a look, for now their scale, they just move to the center part. It's not the things we want, just like this. We don't want these kind of things. So let's undo that and press S again. But this time, we are going to using individual origin. So basically, it will see this frame has an individual center, and for this one as well. So let's do the scale again, press S. So for now, you can get the right result. Alright, so let's final things, let's do the bevel. Give this connection part has a round corner. So hold on your Shift and Alt key. Or let's select all of them. Let's go to the wireframe mode, select all of them, and just give this one Ctrl and B, a round corner. Once you finish, click, it will be done. Press Tab, jump out the object mode, delete the reference image. So that's the two trends we have done. So let's go to the shading mode and solid mode and check our result. I will delete this locate box. That's the box we were using when we are working on the boolean. But for now, we don't need them anymore. So this one is pretty much done. Select all of them, deselect the trunk, and reselect that again. make sure the parent will be the last one you selected. So for now, select all of them, deselect this one, and then select this one again. So as far as you can see, the last scenes which you select will be the orange color. Now let's press Ctrl and P and choosing object. So for now it's pretty much finished, but probably there's some error happen because as far as you can see, when I press Ctrl P, some weird displays happened. So let's do the Ctrl A again, apply O transform, and let's do the Ctrl P again, object. So this time it doesn't have any error. Move this one back, go to the side view, connect our train, and for this one as well, Shift D, and move these things back. Okay, so let's take a look. That's our trends. That's our result. For this part is not that correct, so let's do some adjustment. Move the door forward. Okay, so that's the trends we have finished. Pretty much done. If you want to take a look of the render mode, we can add one more light. Probably Shift A and choosing a sun. Press Z, go to the render mode. It's too dark for now, so we can change a little bit about the directions. Okay, so that's the scenes we are going to do for today, and pretty much finished. And next time we are going to finish the entire model, including the base of the music box and the rail and all the other details. So the model will be done, and then we can move forward, start to dealing with the texture. And this time it will be more complicated, so be patient and practice more, and then you can get used to that. Alright, see you next time. Bye.